Hi everyone. Let's just wait for a few more seconds so that more people can join in. Hi Ariman, how are you? I'm good, how are you? Hi Meenu, hi Amrit, how are you? Hi Mahi Nathan. So yes, I will be telling you who's coming in today's live. Hi Ashish. Guys, I hope you're doing well and you're staying at home, and you all must have taken vaccination. Hello everyone, this is Jayanti and welcome to the Pop Street, and today we are going live with a supermodel and an Indian actress, Dipannita Sharma. Yes, we cannot forget her in um, Ricky versus Ladies versus Ricky, Ricky Bell. It's one of her commendable, I would say, act, and she is coming today with her yes, thank you so much. She is coming live today, and we are really excited to have her. We have a lot many discussions and many issues to discuss on, and definitely I'm looking forward, and there's a lot to discuss it. So stay tuned and not to forget and not to miss out the last segment of ours. So stay tuned, and it's going to be very interesting. Feel free to ask whatever you want to ask, guys. Just write it down on our comment section, and definitely we will be answering it for you guys. And I believe she's already here, so let me just add her. Followed her passion and being very strong with her values. That's what she's known for. Hi, Deepan.
Hey!
How are you?
How are you? I didn't get time to check my camera, so I'm doing it right now. So,
You're looking as always.
thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's your work and everything going on?
Yeah, everything seems good. The last year was, after lockdown, was quite busy. Then there has been, once the second wave started again, there was, of course, naturally, there was a lull. Um, and now I'm going to start another project end of this month for one of the major OTTs. So yeah, so I think we start stop, but life sort of goes on. That is how I mean, we are living in these times, I think, where we have to maneuver around the situation, which I think has been quite a learning, quite a learning experience. The journey has been very learning. I'm sure for everyone that way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, before going ahead and starting our chat, we all know that you are a supermodel, you are an Indian actress, you're a very talented actor and an artist. So, before going ahead, and we really want to know that who is Dipanita as a person?
Oh, as a person, you have to spend time with me to know me as a person. I think you should ask my husband, my mother, my sister this question. But I think my own assessment is I think of, I sort of take everything very intensely. I think of everything very intensely. But at the same time, I try to maintain a balance. There are times when there are situations which you can control, and then there are situations which you can't. And I think working around every situation is who I am. And maintaining balance. I think Dipannita tries to maintain balance in whatever she does, whether personal, professional. Yeah, I think that is my assessment.
Great knowing that. And so, Dipannita, you always wanted to become an actor, a model. How did this
Okay,
happen?
so it's interesting because I grew up in a very culturally active family, Dad was a doctor, mom was a teacher, mom's retired now and we lost dad. But they were culturally very active, they loved music. There was a singing culture at home. Even now, I think mom's with us right now, and we impromptu just start singing, and we love dancing. So, we were as sisters, me and my sister. We both I went for Hindustani classical training, singing, and my sister went for dance classes. We also joined each other's classes at a certain point. So, singing, dancing, dramatics, my Aita, my nani, my mom's mom. She used to write, beautifully. She used to write plays. My mom used to write children's plays, and she still writes. She's a poet, and she writes in her language, our language, our mother tongue, Assamese. So we grew up in that environment, and it was natural, when they would write a play, we will be acting in it, in the local club. Then slowly we started participating in the school plays, and then going on to several activities in college. So we were encouraged to sort of pursue our interests in that sense. And I come from that part of the country where overall development is very, very important. It's not just about academics, or it's not just about topping the class. That's also important, but other things are as important. So for us, that was a natural way of being, growing up in Assam. So I think my interest sort of developed that way because my mother, she was a teacher, but she would also act in plays, write plays. She would, I've seen growing up, I've seen her doing professional and amateur plays, and always so busy. She would always keep herself occupied. She'd always tell us, never, don't sit idle, do do something, find something to do, and that I think is something that has stayed with me, that you will always find something that interests you going forward. So yeah, my beginnings I think were like that, but I never thought that I'm going to honestly like become an actress in sort of the national, sort of the larger space, in mainstream. And also I think my interests in modeling also began when I was studying in Delhi. And I was in Indraprasth College, and I was in Delhi University. I was chosen as part of the fashion show team in college because I was tall, and they'd say, okay, come, you have to come for the audition. And I was like, I'm not so sure if I should, because I didn't know. I used to love all of it, I used to love watching Khoobsurat on TV, watch Meher Jaisia walk. And I think we all love that, right? They were like these iconic models, and I'd watch, watch them on television, and I'd see them on these magazine covers, and I would be like, wow, these girls, yeah, they're so amazing, And so, but being tall, they became, I used to be a butt of a lot of jokes back in school. So a lot of, people would call me several names, create songs around me. So these girls, so it was sort of like, sometimes they'd feel a little low on self-esteem because, oh, is it all right? Is it not all right to be so tall, So that discrimination at some level. And my mom would always tell me that you know, you have no idea this is going to be an asset. Just accept the way you are. You know, that is one thing that I learned again since I was a child. And these girls sort of became my role models, you know, in a sense that, wow, they're so tall and they're so lovely. You know, like that. So tall is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Like a lot of people used to, you would like to tell me that, oh, you're growing too tall. You know, so I'm like, there's nothing like too tall or too short. It's how you are. You have to accept yourself. So yeah, slowly when I then moved to Delhi, I was part of the fashion show team, and eventually I think that triggered my interest in modeling. And then as I moved out of there, came to Mumbai, even when I signed Sola December, I really didn't know where it was going initially. I don't think I was very keen. I wasn't keen because I really didn't know that world. And I'm like, I do like acting. And they're like, you know, you did such a good audition. You're a natural at it. Why would you not want to do it? So then I thought, okay, even if I do just one film, let me do something that is path breaking and that is something different out of the box. So yeah, that's how I think my film career sort of begun.
So, uh, like we have seen you in one of the best movies, right, with super talented people, right? So, were you have you faced any kind of challenges in your initial days? How was it?
Did I face any kind of?
Have you faced any kind of challenges in the stage?
Yes. So I think people used to always question my beginnings, like roots from the Northeast, no? So in sort of say Mumbai and Delhi, when I started, I think there was such little knowledge, you know. And even today, yes, we are better. We are having a lot more conversations today, which is great. You know, we have many more actors and models from that region, you know, in the national space. But at that time when I started, there were very few, or probably in modeling there was no one else, you know. And amongst actresses, female actors, stepping into mainstream Bollywood, there was nobody. There's nobody from the Northeast, from Assam, you know, at that time. I mean, there was, of course, there was Seema Ji, but she was, you know, she was, of course, you know, she had a Bengali background. So there were a lot of Bengali actresses before that, you know, Seema Biswas. She came from Assam, but she, you know, had a Bengali background. So everyone knew that she could speak in Hindi, you know, they were more comfortable. But when a true blue Assamese from Assam has come, they, I think, felt like, would you be able to speak in Hindi? There were like these major questions, you know, always questioning without even, and also the fact that you are from the modeling background. Oh, can you speak in Hindi? And I'm like, do the audition. Then you will know whether I can speak in Hindi or I can't. Right? You know, and they would be like, oh, would I have to do we have to dub your voice? And I'd always be like, आप मेरे साथ बात कर लीजिए, उसके बाद आप मुझे बताइए कि कोई प्रॉब्लम है नहीं है, यू नो, उसके बाद हम डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो. तो आप पहले ही अगर मुझे बताओगे कि अच्छा मतलब डाउट करोगे तो कैसे आगे बढ़ पाएगा, यू नो. एंड वी आर ऑल फ्रॉम द सेम कंट्री. We might all speak Hindi a little differently, but Hindi is our national language. I mean, there are different ways of speaking it. There are different ways of expressing, expressing in Hindi. So I think these were some things, and then they would be, you know, especially in films, I think too tall, too thin, high cheekbones, you know, oh, you don't look Indian enough, oh, are you know, there would be, like, I had taken that stand about fairness creams because,
oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I had taken that stand because initially, even as a model, you know, when I went for these meetings and auditions, they would be like, do we have to do some system correction because we have to make the girls, you know, you and you maybe fairer? And I had taken a stand then. I said, oh my God, I've seen beautiful women of my life, and the color of it has never been beauty for me. You know, the
Right.
color of the skin. Great skin is a different thing from the color of it. Great skin is just great skin quality, and it can be any color. You know, just like how Naomi Campbell is, you know, how beautiful she is, you know, shining skin. So for me, it's like glowing skin, and it can be glowing skin. Anyone can have glowing skin if you are taking care of your skin, and any color can be, you know, great skin. So for me, these are the things that I started out with, and I started making my own rules in terms of how I want to work, you know. And yeah, along the way, I think, yes, there have been challenges. There have been, you know, discrimination. There's been questions, and even today, I think I have to constantly keep fighting the thoughts that people preconceived notions. People keep coming with it, and I keep fighting it, and I have to work at proving myself constantly, which is all right, because you know, I also think that no one told me that it was going to be easy. So it's all right. I have created a path for myself. And yeah, I think there'll be, and along the way, I found great people as well to work with. We are on the same page. So that is how I think life is in general, you know.
That's great. Sure, because we have already seen it in media as well, that you have always taken a stand when it comes to that, skin color. And it's commendable to see that you are in that kind of industry where this is very important and they are giving a lot of preference to that particular thing. And
Yeah.
you're taking a stand and
Yeah.
not worrying about your career aspect.
Yeah, because right at the beginning when I took this stand, I remember an agency or one particular brand was very upset with me. Actually, they were like, "You are new, and who do you think you are?" You know. So I was like, you know, I don't think I'm anyone. I'm an individual who wants to stand for something. That's all. You know, because I mean, at the end, all of us, I think, we're individuals who believe in something, and we must have that and be able to stand by that. You know, that's all I wanted to do. That's all.
That's great. That's hats off to your stand, I would say.
Thank you.
Feel like, and nowadays a lot many girls should learn it that, just accept the way you are,
Yes,
however
very
you are,
important.
just accept it.
That is
And
that is your first success, you know. That is your first success when you accept yourself. I know it is probably easier said than done, because there are about 50 people saying 50 things to you. So much pressure, especially like in a profession like ours. You know, I have had people who have told me things. You should do this to your hair. You should do this to your ears. Your forehead is too big. Do something. Your nose is something. You know, but I'm saying there will be 50,000 people who will every day say all of this. You have to have only one answer for all of them. I've said this to someone actually. I said, अपने आप से इतना नाखुश नहीं होना चाहिए. हमेशा अपने आप से खुश होना चाहिए. बाकी लोग तो वैसे ही आप पर उंगली उठाते हैं, आपकी फॉल्ट्स निकालते हैं. आप अपने आप से खुश हो पहले, फिर सब अच्छा होगा. So then they realize it themselves, I think, because a lot of times they don't realize that, oh, we are saying something wrong and we are asking her to. There are girls who have, I think, fallen for these kind of comments and gone and ruined their faces and bodies. You don't need to do that. That's what I'm saying. That's why the first stepping stone is to accept yourself, because everyone's amazing and beautiful. I really believe that, because everyone is.
absolutely, absolutely. And one more thing, like, now you now not now, it's been quite a long time, a while time, that I would say that you are an influencer, right? People are looking up to you. I'm sure, like, the life of in today's world where it's digitalized completely, how would you say, what's your experience now? It has changed, I would
Yes.
say.
It has changed for sure. In like, there are a lot of positives, And there are, like, I think, like everything else, it comes with positives and the negatives, but you have to channel the positives and focus on that. I think the most negative thing probably about social media is people hiding behind fake IDs and you know thinking that they can, and they can really hurt you because they say things because they're not in front of you, and they really take the liberty to say mean things, and everybody is a human being, everyone gets hurt, and I think their whole point is to hurt you. They come from a place where they want to hurt you, and I think that's where the realization must happen, that they're coming from a place where they want attention, they're coming from a place where they want to target you and hurt you. It's up to you whether you want to ignore that, block them out of your life because you don't want that negativity, or sometimes when there is a person, it is a person, you want to give a fitting reply. That's, I don't think absolutely, taking it is also right. I have sometimes replied back, but then there is a limit to that. Sometimes you're like, okay, this is all I'm going to say. I don't want to indulge more than this because this looks more like attention seeking. And then you realize and decide for yourself that you don't need that negativity. I want to keep my space positive. A lot of people debate about the fact that you're in the, like, say somebody is in the public eye, so you have to be ready to listen to things. I am sorry, if there is constructive criticism, yes, but if there are people who have nothing nice to say ever but only want to come and pick on you just because they want to target you and hurt you, that is not constructive criticism. So that kind of negativity I don't need. Nobody needs it. Keep them away from you. You don't need, there are enough people who love you, even in the public space. Your followers, they give you so much love, the real followers, the ones who actually appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate them so much and I'm thankful for them, so why won't I focus on them? So yeah, it's changed immensely. Also, I think the world's become like that because we're all accessible to each other right now. And I think in a way, it's good because there is so much interaction happening. There is so much, discussion about various things. Today, if something is happening in one part of the world, everyone else is also affected. We are affected. When something is going on here, everyone else in the world comes forward, to help us or to be with us at that time of crisis. Right now, I think there is no other, uniting force than COVID, honestly, right now. COVID has affected the whole world, and equally, it's, it's brought us together in a way. So I really see social media as, again, I balance it out. Like I said, I love the whole balance thing. So I think we have to look at both sides and choose what you want to focus on and concentrate.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. That's well said. And now, what are you busy with, if we may ask?
Okay, so I'm going to start shooting. I'm just locking the agreement right now on a particular project. Actually, I wish I could say more, but it's for a major OTT. I will start shooting end of the month. That is, as of now, the dates are end of the month. So that is one thing that's happening. There are a couple more in the offing. I think everyone's also figuring out when to shoot because, they don't want another, maybe like a semi-lockdown or something happening. So there are a lot of permission things right now, with shooting and everything, how safe you are, all of it. So considering all of that, there are 2 more projects, and there are, I have 3 complete projects which are going to release soon. Yeah, those are completed. Yeah, so they will release at some point. I think they'll all be OTT releases because I don't know about the theater thing. One film, I think they wanted to release in theaters. That's with Tushar Kapoor Productions. But he might still decide to do a theater release and an OTT at the same time. So we're waiting. That's a thriller. I am doing, yeah, quite a few thrillers, except the one that I'm going to start shooting now. That's a bit of a drama romance. But other than that, mostly thrillers, and I absolutely am a big fan of thrillers.
Yes, that for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So, and I would like to ask you that we all have learned something or the other in our life. So, what is that one lesson which you have learned and you want to share it with us right now?
A lesson?
Yeah.
I think for me, it has been keeping the people who matter to me close, because at the end, they are your grounding factor. And there are these few people who are always there for you, and you must make an effort to be there for them always, because it's a two-way street. So I think those friendships are real friendships when it is a two-way street. Friendship or relationship or people, relatives, family, So for me, those few close people, I've learned how to keep them close. And you meet a lot of people every day. You can have a lot of acquaintances, especially in the big cities, when you're by yourself, when you've come from another place. Choose your friends carefully, because they are the ones who are going to be there for you. And if you choose them right, you yourself, you are going to flourish. Surround yourself with the right kind of people. And you meet people every day, but also remember that not everyone is your friend, and not everyone has your best interest in mind.
Very deep thinking.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, Dipannita.
Thanks.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you. It was so lovely. Really.
Take care, and definitely we are looking forward for all of your shows.
Thank you so much. And you please send me a screenshot, because I want to post a nice screenshot of us. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. You take care of yourself. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Bye
Take care.
bye.
So thank you so much, guys. We had a wonderful session today with Dipannita Sharma, and if you have missed it, we will be uploading it on our IGTV. So you just stay tuned, and all you have to do is just follow our page, and you'll get all the details and this chat. And yes, what all I can say is next Saturday again we are coming live. So stay tuned. Sharp 5 o'clock. And who's coming next? For that you have to follow our page to get all the details. Till then, take care and stay safe. And yes, to know more about Dipannita Sharma, please follow her handle to get all the details and all the updates and which all series and shows she's coming out with. You'll get it from there. Thank you. Take care and see you on Saturday, 5 o'clock sharp. With whom? Stay tuned and follow the Pop Street page. This is Jayanti. Thank you. Take care. Bye.